I was looking at the body of a vampire. The victim was a slender female with hair so blonde it shone nearly white in the fading moonlight. A light mist had formed across the river's surface, a light drizzle adding to the winter's gloom. Quickly I looked at my watch. 4 a.m., only 2 hours before sunrise. Thankfully the body was located under the newly built Radix State Bridge that connected New York to Blood City. That bought us some time. Even if we didn't get this whole mess cleared up before sunrise, the body would still be protected from the rising sun by the bridge's colossal shadow. The last thing we needed was our evidence going up in flames. Not that I needed to worry. It looked like the forensic team was already starting to wrap things up as I slid down the embankment, dodging the empty wine bottles and soda cans. My partner, Jason Hocking, hot on my heels. Finally we came to a sliding halt, Jason mumbling curses as he tried desperately to wipe the clinging river mud from his shoes. As we drew closer, I noticed the girl's hands were cuffed in front and a large wooden stake had been driven through her chest. Her blood shone blackly against the pale alabaster of her skin, and her lips had drawn back in a final snarl of agony, revealing sharp and bloody teeth. Detective Carver, a man approached us, sliding white latex gloves from his hands. Glad you could make it. I recognised Detective Ricky Mendez at once. He was dressed in his usual attire, a white shirt, almost certainly spotted with whatever he had last eaten, and his trademark baggy corduroy pants. His tie was pulled down and hung askew as he smiled at us with through nicotine-stained teeth. Ah, he chuckled, finally noticing Jason. Looks like I get 2 for the price of 1. Lucky me. Why don't you cut the shit, Mendez, and tell us what the hell is going on here? Jason snarled. My partner was going through a particularly nasty divorce at the minute, and his mood had been a little dour of late. Rick held up his hands defensively, but his smile never wavered. Dead vamp, he said, drawing our attention back to the body. Her clothes were found over there, he said, pointing into the shadows, and drawing a small, leather-bound notebook from his rumpled shirt pocket. Her ID says her name is Wendy Jennings, undead citizen of the US. Her address is 17 Lime Street, Lower East Side. Forensic teams are still trying to put a time on her death, but you know how hard that can be with the vamps. What else? He muttered, flipping over to the next page. Oh yeah, the cuffs on her wrist are silver plated, and there's a substance on her face that smells like garlic. Best guess, vampire mess.